what are some ways they can prepare to increase their chances for an interview or an offer?
Our entry-level role is the compliance examiner for both the futures compliance and the swaps OTC derivatives department. And we do require, the standard financial services industry background, but you also are required to have 9 credit hours of accounting. We will take a candidate that has 6 hours, but you are required to complete that training within 6 months, I believe, of being hired. You can correct me, Nathaniel, if I'm wrong, but basically that's it. And again, I want to go back to the fact that the training that NFA offers is a significant amount of training, one, and it's important to your success as a new employee. So you're not expected to have expert knowledge in the derivatives industry. You want to make sure you're flexible and you are keeping an open mind and you're taking advantage of the financial experience, or sorry, the financial education that you're gaining at Brooklyn College, and be willing to build on that as a new employee.
Yeah, just to piggyback that, I think it's important to own your career and to take advantage of the opportunities that you're presented and to continue to work hard. As Kayan said, NFA does a great job of providing the staff with a lot of the information they need to succeed, and it's up to each individual person to take advantage of those opportunities and put their best foot forward.
So one, I mentioned before, being detail oriented. So review your resume. If you have a spelling error in your resume, to me, that tells me you do not have attention to detail. So very simple thing, spell check, make sure that you don't have errors. Now, I don't expect college students to have an extensive work history, but I look for things like being part of extracurricular activities, especially groups at school taking leadership positions. That to me says that you're someone who is willing to go above and beyond. You're doing your schoolwork, but you're also getting involved in other things and can show leadership through those kinds of opportunities. Of course, I want someone who is focused on their school and has grades. That means you're willing to put the work forward to reap the benefits of having good grades. So I look at those things. So I would say those are the key things I look for, because when you think about most of our roles, as I said, we have applicants from all sorts of backgrounds. I actually don't really care what you studied. It could be English, it could be psychology. If it's an accounting role, let's say in our controllership area, yes, we're gonna look for accounting. But even I hired a finance analyst who did not do finance in school. So that's not something that will deter. Of course, it's helpful, but it doesn't deter. And then when you think about actual interviews, I want the person to at least have taken the time to research the company. What is the name of the CEO? Who are some of the top leaders? What are some of the products that we sell? I want you to at least have taken the time and do some background on the company and the products. I don't expect you to extensively know how the products work, but just having that basic sort of background. And then also come prepared to highlight every interview is going to ask you about leadership skills. Again, it doesn't have to be at a job. It could be in some of the organizations that you participate in, showing leadership. It could be on a class project. So come prepared to have some examples of leadership. And, just a willingness to learn, present yourself well. Kevin talked about whether it's Toastmasters or I'd never heard of Smooth Talkers, but what a great name. Take those opportunities so that when you get the interview, you present yourself well, you can articulate and communicate your message to the interviewer. So those are some things that I'm looking for in the resumes and at the interview.
And just to add something to what Farah said about, being in school and getting good grades, and her also looking for you participating in activities outside of your classes, it brings me back to the work that we do at NFA. At any given time, you're juggling multiple priorities. So in the interview process, I'm looking for someone who can demonstrate that they are accustomed to that. So they have their classes that they have to do for their regular day school, but they're also participating in other areas, whether it be supporting their community or their school community, and they're able to balance all of that, because you are going to be put in positions where you are juggling multiple priorities, and you kind of have to prioritize to make sure that you're getting to everything that you need to, and you're also doing it in a timely fashion. So that's just something I wanted to add.
Make sure to check out the My Career tab on the BC Navigator app, where you can track your career progress based on the amount of credits you've earned, stay updated on upcoming events from the Magner Center, and watch our videos for insight and advice on your career field.